Everyone, Chris is here once again. Welcome to Day 8 of the 12 Days of Let's Read. It's Part 2 of Tales of the Spageti Womna. Now, I know some of you out there might be saying, boo, this is a cop-out, how come you went and split into two different videos, why didn't you just edit the second part into the video with the first one? Basically, let's do it this way. One, that would have been a long, drawn-out process because I don't have good video editing software on here. I have Microsoft Movie Maker, I have Windows Movie Maker, and that's really kind of a pain to use. Or maybe it just seems like a pain to me, I don't know. But, anyway, so yeah, basically, my show, my rules, my decision. So, I'm doing it like this, so here we are. Day 8 of the 12 Days of Let's Read, so let's finish off Tales of the Spageti Womna. Which, as I remind you, is written by Mr. T. Woo! Chapter 7, parentheses. Oh wait, it's Chapter 3, lol. Battle of the Cholera and Captain Falcon. Levias sat on his flaming horse and whirled his flaming sword around his flamgian head and flammed. I will be one with the Womna I saw, and I'll walk there on your organs tied to my footies. Birdsuit dived away and out the window, and he and Brutus fell over, and the flaming flames whoosed over him like a bar or an oven on a stick. He cried, I'll save Brutus from the evil Fate. Cape Town Falcon wound up for his signature move when Mr. T. Woo leapt into action to defend Levi, crying, Don't you make fun of him, excuse me? And leapt fearlessly at the old guy. With a thwomp, the eye collided with enough force to knock down both trade centers. Oh my God, what a terrible metaphor. Captain Fallatio fell back from the force, but Mr. T. Woo was unhindered. If you mess with lava, you mess me with. It would seem that Mr. T. Woo had been taken over by the cholera and manipulated by a dark froke. An epic battle ensued. Each old smelly bag of a man except Mr. T. Woo met Icoltherus Punjabi for punch and kick for kick and bit ib for five, and eventually their manly man parts hung from their shorts in exhaustion. This is making my eyes hurt, particularly because of the way they have it lined up with the writing. Suddenly, there was a terrific rumble and the ceiling collapsed, revealing an exact replica of Tahat Roman chariot race place. Everyone was shocked, excepted for Levi, who orchestrated his entire plot. Coem Brewfish, we will now find who is the real man, and I can prove myself worthy of the Spageti Womna, Lev roared with convictive. Everyone suddenly realized there was another chariot for Brutus to ride, complete with 2 horses, like the Ramadan say. What? All priests pray prayers, he finished. The reg was about to begin. And in the running was a Republican and a Democrat and also a commie, but he got shot and died. Ha 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 ha. Meanwhile, Salmus remained in the darkness of the dark house. The lights were reeked because of the Roman power. And Ishmined, the corpse of her love. Dark Ridley-dee-dee-dee, she cried and said, Oh Ridley, I want you so hard I thought you'd never leave me, sad face. At ready, the announcer Dumbledore cried. Exclamation point, the horses went. Spedden off chariots in tow. Levi shot a hatful look at Brutschuk, but he missed and it hit Dumbledore's off of his tower, and he got fell on the Republican, who swerved into the Democrat, and they all exploded and died in red-hot fire! Ugh. And now it's taking up the full screen again. And then, to make matters worse, Nathan Can Walk Anthem came out of the Wesker room right before Levis and Flaming Chariot. In a sudden internet of speedy fastness, it was exploded like something that explodes kinda, and his carcassy slave fell over thump. Riddle-dee-lee sprang up and cried, "Now my Nathan is dead, not even dying, and a hot butt rip by Satan could stop my mourning." Before anyone could investigate, all eyes were drawn to the Spageti as Brutsu made a valiant effort to overtalk Levi's flaming chariot off death. Grinned again his teeth, Brutus put the pedal to the metal and stole after Lev like a bat out of Hello Operator, give me number 9, love that song, lol. That wasn't funny. But he has not anticipated Levi's prowess with the Chertitats. Filling around the second band, Levi unleashed his Dougie Garfunkel, oh yeah, and also unleashed his angry wrath and quickliness. Te two were neck and neck, but just before the finish, spelled like someone from Finland, Brutsu had a plan. He cried, "Whoa, parentheses, cause he swallowed a bug, LMAO. And then he cried, "Levi, Spageti Womna is am now edicaps spelled backwards." And suddenly Levi's chair tit became stiff and hardened and explosionated into a lot of parts. Lev was so shocked by the news, he had to find out what Namwo Ithahips was backwards. And then so he ran with all his might to find a calculator. Brutsu the champion roared in pleasure. He cast a look down to his friends, his faithful companions, and cried, "Courage! Amma the Camption! Woe before me!" Everyone ran up to congratulate him, but to Falcon broke the momentum when he asked, why did Nathan Ridley and Dark Ridley and Sanusmu go? And as Brusutus looked about, he saw that only the captain and Levi and Mr. T could be Saween. He's sad-faced because to be congratulated by old guys is not so much fun as to be congratulated by a kiss on the parts by a hot, fancy girl like Samsus. And so he said, "Old guys, let's find hoes for and see what they're up to because these parts need kissin'." Captain Falconu puckered up for a big wet kiss when Brusa charged off in hot pursuit. Suddenly terror struck. The Ramon Coliseum, the Racket Bengi completed, began to fall apart. Big chunks of stuff fell left and left, and they all ran screaming towards the house for their very lives. Captain Fabio couldn't keep up because he's old and flabby and was so crushed under tons of rubble. Safe inside the house, Brewster's mind was full of questions. What were those 4 whippersnappers? When would Levio return, and will he find his Spageti Womna? And who was the Womna? Who was Phone? Before he could ponder any more, though, Mr. T yelled, "Excuse me, WTF are you doing?" Only cool because he's the man. Because Nathaniel was getting undressed. Everyone gave him weird looks as he tore off his patnas off in one smooth motion. "Why are you getting undressed, Nathaniel?" Brutsu cried, suddenly aware of the happening right beside him. "What?" said Nathaniel sheepishly. "I thought it was penis time." "Oh my God!" they all exclaimed. Nathaniel is a homosexual. And that's how it ends. Boy, that was worth coming back for the second part, huh? Okay, hopefully something a bit more coherent tomorrow. See you then.